Hi friends, this is Prasad and you're watching Power BI with Prasad. Today I come up with a new real-time scenario. Let's look into that scenario. So here we do have some BUs which are like categories and years and then sorting order and then reductions. We need to create cumulative total for each BU. It's not a general accumulation of the reductions or sum total, whatever it might be. It's a accumulation for each BU. At the same time, the accumulation need to be done up to the previous year. This is what the requirement. Accumulation, we need to create a column for the accumulation for each BU up to the previous year. So this is what we need to create. So let's jump into the solution. Before going to the solution, let's see a small intro regarding that. Uh, we are starting new Power BI and SQL batches. At the same time, we are also starting new real-time project batches. If you are interested to participate in this or learn, so just contact this number and you can get the detailed information. So let's go into this solution. Before going to the solution, let me show you what the data we do have. We do have a BU column in which we do have two different categories, and I do have a year column, and I do have an index column which is for sorting, and I do have a reduction column which is nothing but a calculation that we need to sum up. So here our requirement is to find the summation or cumulation, right? There is a difference between the summation and cumulation. So cumulation is up to that particular row, whatever the total is there, that we need. Again, if you are okay with cumulation, then we'll start, or else like you can go with my some of other videos in which you can find, okay, what is cumulation and then how you do the cumulation part. So once you are clear with the cumulation, let's go and see this, how to create this kind of cumulation for each BU. So I've created already another column for this one, this column. Let's explain that how you can solve this situation. It's very simple. We need to find the cumulation, the total of reductions. This particular column we need to accumulate. That one had been taken. And after that, I need to filter in such a way that this particular calculation need to be done with respect to only this particular column. It means we need to take the BU into the consideration as a filter, and we need to remove all other filters from this table. So then it will show accumulation for this particular BU. For each BU, it will show the accumulation. So it means for the next BU, like it will show the accumulation according to that BU. So to do that, what I've been used is I used filter in that, like I used all except this BU column from this table. I want to remove all the other columns as filters. So that have been removed. And after that, we need to do the accumulation. Again, we all know, like, okay, earlier is the function which will be used to create accumulations very frequently. So that is the part I've been used whenever the year is less than or equal to earlier of the same year, means up to that particular year. Okay, so whatever the years are there, for that the summation need to be added. So that is what it is doing. So this part, it is cumulating, it will iterates up to that particular year, and then it will sums it. And then once we finish the accumulation, and then why this part used. The tricky thing of this particular -1 is very simple, that we don't want to accumulate up to the existing year. We want to accumulate up to the earlier year. Then we used. So for this particular situation, just first of all, I'll remove this particular -1, and then I'll just accept this, and then I'll show you how it's showing. So it will accumulate up to this particular year. So again, here we don't have any values, so it is not showing here. So whenever we have values, it is showing the cumulative up to that particular year. But our requirement is to show the cumulative up to the previous year. For 2022, we need to show the cumulative of 2020 up to 2021 only. For 2023, we need to show accumulation up to 2022 only. then what we need to do is, in this particular calculation, we need to add -1. It need to accumulate up to the previous year, not for up to existing year. Whenever the year is less than or equal to this year. Either you can write it less than you can delete this equal to symbol, and then you can make it only less than to make it up to previous year. But when you want to make it up to 2 years before, up to 3 years before, then this will be useful for you. So let's make it 2. It means it will accumulate up to 2 years before information. So let's see that one. So you see, 2 years, up to 2 years before, okay, it is accumulating for 2025. Okay, it is going 2 years back, and then up to this particular part, okay, how much it is accumulating, right? How much the total reduction is there, it is accumulating. So in that way, if you want to find the accumulation 2 years before accumulation, or else like 1 year before accumulation up to 1 year before, you can use this. At the same time, per BU, for each BU it will accumulate. If you don't use this particular all except part, what it will do is it will accumulate for the entire thing BU. So let me show you that. For ADD it is accumulating separately, for CA it is accumulating separately. If you delete that particular this particular part, okay, so what it will do is it will simply accumulate for the entire all BUs. But our requirement is to find accumulation for each BU. So that is the reason why we use this particular part, which will keep this particular BU in the context, and it removes all other filters. So hope you understand. If you find any difficulty, please let me know in the comment box, and then you can find this data set and this PBXA file link in the description, and a lot more details in the description. Please go through that and then have a watch, and then please watch the coming playlist also. You can find a lot of real-time scenarios in Power BI, and then you can excel on that. So we'll come up with another real-time scenario. Until then, have a good day and bye-bye.